Hello, 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 hello. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Wednesday, the middle of the week. I had some people ask me to do something natural and dewy and summery, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So let's get started. Hey, Ashley. Alright, I'm going to start with, I'm going to sort of make my own tinted moisturizer. So I'm going to use my Limelight moisturizer, just one squirt, and I'm going to take MAC's waterproof foundation, just a little, and make sure your hands are clean, obviously. And I'm just going to sort of mix those together and put that all over my face. It feels so good. So I just sort of made a little tinted moisturizer. Perfecto. It feels so nice and it smells so good. And as always, I will post everything I used when I'm done. And that just sort of smooths out the skin and gives you a nice base to work with. Now I'm gonna take my Limelight Botanical Foundation just because I want a little bit more coverage, a little bit flawless look. But I'm not going to put on too much because I want to keep it sort of natural and dewy today. So I'm just going to rub it in there. And start in the middle of my face. And sort of work it in. You don't have to use a lot of pressure, guys. Just very lightly. And don't dig into your foundation. Use a light hand because this is buildable. So if you need more, you can always add more. And these brushes, my sister got them for me for Christmas. She said she got them off of Amazon. And they work really well. I think MAC was the first company to come up with this sort of type of brush. And I really like them. I've tried them with liquid foundation and I feel like they're not, it just doesn't work as well. I'd rather use a different type of brush with my liquid. But if you're using this type of foundation that's more creamy, I think these brushes are perfect for it. And that just sort of gives you an even more flawless, even skin tone. And y'all know I'm like all about setting my foundation, but I'm not going to do it today for the people who asked me for the dewy summer glow look. So I'm not going to set it. I'm going to leave it more natural. I actually like it. It's nice. I feel like I should go to the beach or something. Okay, now I'm gonna take some concealer. This is a little bit lighter type of, it's not as heavy as what I normally use. So I'm just gonna do a little bit under here because can't go without concealer. I'm not 25 anymore. Those days are long over. And then again, just sort of make my own little eyeshadow base. I'm glad you guys get to see me do my foundation today. And then I'm just going to take a beauty blender and blend that in. I always use a beauty blender for my concealer because it's just the best way to get it in. Y'all might can hear my kids downstairs today. And just pat it in. Pat, 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 pat. And do you see how that just brightens up the eye? So if you're like me and you're not sleeping 8 to 10 hours. This super duper helps to brighten up the eye and just make it look a little bit more alive. And then I'm still gonna set the eyelid and under the eye with a translucent powder, because you don't want to put eyeshadow in your eye without it set, because it's not gonna stick to it, it's not gonna last, it's not gonna go on smooth. So I'm gonna use a translucent. This is even lighter than what I normally use. Tap, 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 and just sort of lightly set that. And I'm gonna do it a little bit under the eye because I don't want my concealer to clump up. And sometimes when you don't set well under the eye, you might get little creases in your little wrinkles under there, and I don't want that to happen. Don't want to have a concealer crease under there. So just tap that in. Then I just like to do a little feel to see if it's nice and dry. Perfect. Now, that's it for foundation, concealer. You can see it's very clean, natural. I had absolutely nothing on my face before I started except for my skincare routine. So I'm going to go ahead and do a very simple summery eyeshadow. And I'm just going to pick up, I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to pick up a light tan color. And I think my windshield wipers has been a hit. People have been messaging me like, I'm trying your windshield wipers. Maybe I should have come up with a better name, guys. I don't know. So windshield wipers, just sort of a back and forth motion for your transition shade, because this is just what you want to deepen the eye, give your eye sort of a more of a pop. I'm gonna go light and just use this lighter color so we keep it more natural. And again, I'll just do the one eye so you can see the difference, and then when I'm done, I'll finish up and post a picture for you guys so you can see the completed look. See how it just sort of, it gives the eye a little something extra. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a little bit darker tan, just a little, to deepen it up just a little bit more, and sort of put that more into the crease. Make sure that's blended and even. Good. So I'm not gonna do a dark thing on the side or anything dark like I usually would. I'm gonna take sort of this pink shimmery, this is from ColourPop. They have really good eyeshadows that are very pigmented, and these are great for if you're new to makeup and doing more with your eye, because I honestly, guys, I feel like the best way to put this on is with your finger. So you don't have to be brush savvy, just rub your finger in it a little bit. And then I'm just gonna pack that on the lid just as I would with a flat brush, but I'm just gonna dab it on right on the lid, and then sort of pull up a little bit, not too much with the residue, because you put most of it on the lid, but sort of pull it up a little bit, because see, it has, I don't know if you guys can see, it has some shimmer in it. So I just want to pull a little bit of that shimmer up into the transition shade. And it just kind of brightens up the lid and gives you a little extra something, but it's not overly complicated or taking over the face. It doesn't look very makeup-y. It just sort of gives you a flawless glow to the eye area. So this is good and easy. And you could have skipped the deepening. You could have just used the two things and left out a little bit of the darker transition shade, but I like to add a little extra. It's a habit, guys. I can't leave it. So that's for the eyeshadow, and I feel like that's perfectly fine, but you do need to go under the brow. So I'm gonna do my brows first because I haven't done them. That's why they're teensy tiny. And I'm gonna do like a crazy little thing because I liked this eyebrow pencil, but I ran out of it. So, and I love this one from Estée Lauder because it's thin and I don't get too crazy with my brows. So I use this because I like the brush on the end. And then I'm going to use my it's very thin, super thin, just to fill in basically what I already have. And I'll do even a little less than what I normally would, so it's more of a natural look. So much better. Like, what's happening? There's no eyebrow. There is an eyebrow. Yay! So I didn't do too much, not too dark. And then I just want to clean it up a little bit. Now I'm going to go back in right under the brow and sort of chisel that out a little bit with, let's see. I'm not going to use a shimmery one. I'm just going to use a matte. This is a very beautiful palette. This was like something I think I got off of Ipsy or whatever it's called. I was doing that for a little while to get a lot of things to try, and it's pretty shimmery stuff. But right over here is matte, sort of, it's almost like a yellow. So I like to use that sometimes under the brow, and it's not too dramatic. So just use a flat brush right under the brow. Don't have a heavy hand. Just dust it on a little bit. See, it makes a difference. I don't know. You don't want to leave that out. Don't leave it naked under your brow. It helps. It gives it a little extra something, and it doesn't take very long to just pop something underneath there. So today I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This is a quick step, and I figured why not show you guys, because it doesn't take but a second. Never curl your eyelashes with mascara on. This is a common mistake. So many people have mascara all over their lash curlers because they put their mascara on and then they do it. Don't do that. Do it first on your clean lashes and then do your mascara. So I'm going to go and do my normal routine. You guys know my favorite. Hey, Mickey, I'm doing your trick. The 2 mascara system. That's where I got it from. The 2 mascara system. And these are my all-time favorite too. So I didn't do any eyeliner, nothing black. I didn't do anything on the top. We're gonna leave it. So this will be something easy and quick. If you're in a hurry in the morning and you need to get out of the door, you can get a very flawless look, but still be natural. And it almost looks like you don't even have any makeup on. It's just like your natural skin. And usually y'all know I would like really get this on, but I'm gonna take it a little lighter. Go ahead and put some on the bottom. Such a big difference already. Don't leave your house without mascara. Y'all know I'm like passionate about mascara. And just to get a little more length, I'm gonna add my light fiber mascara to the ends. have a little extra oomph. And this makes it, by putting it just on the ends, you avoid the fibers clumping up, because this is a all-in-one fiber mascara. So you put it just on the ends and the fibers grab to the end and lengthen. Pull it out a little bit. Perfecto. Now I'm gonna do just a very subtle contour just to define my natural bone structure. So structure, yes. So I'm gonna use a fluffy brush, a big one. If you want it to be more tight, you could use a smaller brush and make a small line and then blend that out, and then that's more defined. The smaller the line you make, the more defined it's gonna be. So today we're just gonna keep it wider. So I'm just gonna use some bronzer that has some shimmer in it, not matte, so it stays natural, glowy, dewy look. See, I like to sort of go like this a little bit to get right under the cheekbone, and so you can see the difference. It just sort of defines your natural face structure, brings out what you already have. Y'all, I feel like I look like bohemian today. Is that right? It feels bohemian. Like, if you're a bohemian person and you're watching and this is not bohemian, please let me know. I just feel very, like, tropical. Okay, and then I'm just gonna squeeze my fat brush a little bit, contour my nose lightly. Hey, Jen, you have to go back and watch because I did a subtle natural eye and a dewy look. Then I'm just gonna sort of warm up my face all over. Doing a contour of your nose gives it the illusion that it's narrower than it is. So you could make it appear to be more small. Like I said, again, if you use a skinnier brush and you're not making it so wide but making it smaller, the line smaller, then it's gonna make everything look even more defined. So today we're just gonna keep it very simple. Good. So as you can see, just a little bit of makeup makes such a big difference. It really brings out what you already have. It looks very natural and clean, and this didn't take long. I'm just gonna pop on a little bit of blush right on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm gonna use this, a very shimmery blush, because I'm not gonna use a matte color. I want to stay dewy and wet and summery and glowy, so it's like we're going to the beach. Now I really want to go to the beach. Y'all, I seriously need a vacation. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that and pop it just on the apples of the cheeks. And I love this blush. I feel like it like already has a highlighter in it. Cause like, look at that. Whoa. That's like a serious glow. Y'all, I need to stop. I could just keep going. I'm like, that is awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more highlighter to get that glow, bright look. So I'm gonna use this more like brownish color. I need a new brush like this. These brushes are good for highlighting. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit, and I'm gonna go right down the center of my nose, and a little bit right here. Very light, just a little, just to sort of bring everything out a little bit. Give it a little pop. Perfect, that's good. Okay, so here's where you could leave your lips more natural, but you know, you could do whatever you feel like, but I feel like I just want a little pop of color. So I'm gonna add a little bit of color, a shimmery, not a matte, since we want to stay in the realm of bright, dewy, glowy. So I'm gonna add a little bit of my Limelight Enduring Lip Color gloss. Do I like that? Do I want to be that dark? Sometimes you just gotta try and see, you know? If I want to go lighter, I'll just take it off. Oh, that's a little darker than I thought. I think I'm digging it. It sort of makes a little oomph. This is so creamy and smooth. If you want your lips to appear a little bit more fuller, just apply, sometimes, well, a lot of times I do like a lip liner, but just in the effort of making less steps, you can use what you have. Use what you have to go ahead and make your own lip liner. That's pretty. I like it. If you don't want to have that much color, then, you know, you could use something lighter, just a gloss or anything that you wish. So I hope you guys like this look. It's very summery and bright. I usually do a very matte look that has a lot more, but I wanted to give you guys what you want. So if there's anything else you want to see, a lot of people told me they loved my makeup from yesterday, which was like full glam. I had lashes on yesterday. If you were wondering, how did our lashes get so long? Those were lashes. So that's something we can do later too. If you want me to teach you how to put on lashes and go bigger, we can do that. So just let me know what you want to see, guys, and I will be happy to show you. So I'm gonna finish this eye before I take my kids to Waffle Cone Wednesday, so I don't look crazy. What if I forgot to do it? That would be insane. So I'm gonna finish up, and I will take a picture for you guys, and I hope you learned something from this video and you liked it, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Bye, girlies.